Now on CoastTV News.
I'm Christina DeRobertis, live outside Bethany Hall Long's campaign office in Newark as she looks to secure the Democratic nomination for Delaware governor.
I'm Charlie Sakaitis in Wilmington in what will be the watch party for gubernatorial candidate Matt Meyer.
Active at the polls, Sussex County's part in the Delaware primaries.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a Delaware primary election ugly at all levels. We have election teams throughout Delaware. Christina DeRobertis is in Newark covering Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall Long's race for governor. Charlie Sakaitis is at her opponent's watch party, Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer. And we've got Matt Pensick in Rehoboth Beach covering the race for retiring former Speaker of the House Pete Schwarzkopf's seat. Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall Long is one of the leading contenders in the race for governor. CoastTV News anchor Christina DeRobertis live in Newark. Christina, you are at Hall Long's campaign office.
Yes, Maddie, and a bit later we're going to join Hall Long and her campaign team at a watch party as the votes are being counted. Now, this is a tight race for the Democratic nomination. It's no secret that Hall Long has faced some scrutiny over the past few months about her campaign finances. We've seen attack ads targeting her and one of her opponents, Matt Meyer. But it seems Hall Long is really trying to lean on her experience in Delaware politics, which goes all the way back to 2002. She served as a state representative, a state senator, and as lieutenant governor for the past 7 years. And it's very possible the winner of today's primary will be Delaware's next governor, given the state's Democratic dominance. Bethany Hall Long says if she is elected to the state's highest office, she plans to change campaign finance laws in response to all of the negativity surrounding her campaign.
I self-reported. I was transparent. So calling me a criminal, saying I broke the law, is libel, it's slander. So if they're speaking it, if they're printing it, I need folks to know that. And it's been disheartening because never do we do that.
Well, there's about 2 more hours to vote tonight, and again, we'll be joining Hall Long and her team a bit later as the votes are being tallied tonight. So tune back in at 11 p.m. for coverage on that. For now, I'm Christina DeRobertis, live in Newark, CoastTV News.
Thank you, Christina. Lieutenant Governor Hall Long is facing some stiff competition in Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer. CoastTV News anchor Charlie Sakaitis is live in Wilmington, where the Meyer Watch Party is picking up.
Maddie, when we checked in with you in the 5 o'clock newscast, this place was empty. You can start to see outside a crowd growing, and the enthusiasm that's also growing for the Meyer campaign. Now, when you remember how this thing all got kicked off, we've had a nasty campaign. If you recognize either of these two mailers, they're from each side. The one against Bethany Hall Long, well, that has accusations of campaign finance violations. Meanwhile, the one that's going against Matt Meyer, it talks about a sexual harassment allegation. Now, to be clear, not one against Meyer himself. Instead, it's the handling of an allegation. But he spoke about that earlier this week.
Every single act happened before I was county executive. So what we did is we dealt with those. We disciplined the officer. He never worked another day in county government. They're now, because it's politics, they're just trying to lie and say that I had anything to do with this.
Now, we have seen some polling from the website 538 about this race. In July, it was Hall Long with the lead, but that actually flipped, and Meyer took the advantage in early August. They're polling those stops midway through that month, so it's possible things have changed again. Either way, it's clearly a passionate race, and whoever ends up winning this primary, they are likely the one that's going to end up in the governor's mansion. From Wilmington, I'm Charlie Sakaitis for CoastTV News.
Thank you, Charlie. And as Charlie mentioned, this Democratic primary for governor is massive, complete with those attack ads. And you see here some I myself received at my home even today. Now, considering Delaware is a heavily Democratic state, even in the last election where the governor's seat was up, 68% of voters went for Democrats. Incumbent John Carney got 85% of the vote in his specific race. All of that aside, though, there is still a three-way race for the Republican nominee. First, let's turn to House Minority Leader Mike Ramone. He's viewed as the Republican frontrunner. Ramone has represented the Pike Creek area in Newcastle County since 2008. Also running as a Republican nominee is Bobby Williamson. He's a Bridgeville business owner. Williamson came under fire recently for comments during a debate referring to immigrants as, quote, thugs and nomads. When asked about this by Coast TV, Williamson declined to comment. And the final name on the Republican ballot for governor is Jerry Price. Price is a retired New York police officer. The political newcomer moved to Delaware 20 years ago, working with Rehoboth Police. Right now, let's see how many people exactly are voting. The polling numbers are up already in this year's primary compared to 2022. Coast TV's Brandon Ferguson has more data in Milton.
I'm here at Mariner Middle School in Milton at one of the several polling locations in Sussex County. As you can see behind me, just a few people in the booths, and a polling manager told me that we were at 19% of registered voters voting in the Delaware primary this year. That compared to a 16% number in the 2022 primary. Be sure to tune into Coast TV News at 11 and download our Coast TV News app for the latest updates of the Delaware primaries. In Milton, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
Brandon, thank you. And it's not just the governor's race that's drawing attention. There is arguably the one state house primary race that has the most intrigue. We're talking about District 14, and it became an open seat when current District 14 Representative Pete Schwarzkopf announced last year he would not seek re-election. That's a district that covers the northern half of the Delaware coast, including Rehoboth Beach, and that's where Coast TV News anchor Matt Pensick is reporting live from tonight. Matt, there are 3 Democrats in this primary election attempting to be Schwarzkopf's successor.
Maddie, 1 of 3 on the ballot is Kathy McGinnis. Plenty of intrigue there. It was 2 years ago. She was convicted on a misdemeanor charge for conflict of interest. She has been endorsed by Schwarzkopf. We'll have to see how much weight that endorsement actually carries. Now, the 2 candidates she faces are hoping it doesn't have much impact, if at all. Claire Snyder-Halls, the former head of Common Cause Delaware. Marty Rendon, a former longtime congressional aide at the U.S. Capitol. Maddie, you mentioned geography of this district. Development, that is a big topic here. Earlier, we spoke to all 3 about this.
And then we need to manage that. I think we need more planning. And what we need to do is bring the different elements together. The local council, the county council is certainly important, the legislature, anything we can do with help from the federal government. So it's a team effort.
Well, you can approve a development in, let's say, 6 months, but it could take years for DelDOT to catch up as far as infrastructure. So we need to make sure that the code maybe is adjusted so we can have those work in synchronicity.
We could also strengthen environmental laws, increase the size of buffers and so forth, which would put some brakes on development that's been destructive of our environment here.
Now, as for the primary, this seat's been in Democratic hands for over 30 years, so it does bode well for the winner. On the Republican side, Mike Simpler, he's the president of the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company. He is running unopposed, so he heads right to the general election in November. And who he faces 2 months from now, we'll find that out later tonight. Live in Rehoboth Beach, I'm Matt Pensick, Coast TV News.
Matt, thank you. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, will you vote in today's primary election in Delaware? Let's take a look at the updated results. 42% saying yes, 31% say no, 27% say they voted early. If you haven't voted yet in this poll, you can still do that at coasttv.com or our mobile app, and we'll have updated results on Coast TV News at 11. And it's not just primary night. Coast TV has full coverage of the presidential debate tonight. Coverage starts at 8. The debate is scheduled to begin at 9 p.m., so join us right after that for complete Delaware primary results. Flags will be lowered to half-staff tomorrow, September 11th, as it was designated Patriot Day by Congress in 2001. Governor Carney has ordered the U.S. and Delaware flags to be lowered in the beginning of the day tomorrow and remain half-staff until September 12th. Parking in downtown Ocean City might be harder than you think. The town of Ocean City has closed down the inlet parking lot until October. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us exactly why that's happening.
Parking in Ocean City. That's a problem a lot of people face during the busy season. And now downtown Ocean City will probably have even more congestion as the inlet parking lot is closed until October 13th. Something Brian Rowe was sad to see.
So we were actually going to park here. We had to park 4 or 5 blocks away. Those lots are actually now full momentarily after we parked, so the next group is keep going out further.
The town of Ocean City says the closure is to accommodate for all the fall events, such as the OC Bike Fest, the music festivals Oceans Calling and Country Calling. Country Calling is new this year, and then the Endless Summer Cruising event. The events are known to make a lot of money for the town in the off-season, but Rowe thinks these events are happening too soon.
Maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. A lot of bikers like to ride in the fall, cool weather. It's not quite cold yet, but yeah, it feels like it was a wrong event for this week.
If you're planning on attending one of these events, the town advises you to get here extra early for parking or to take the bus. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Coming up, an organization in Georgetown honoring those lost on 9/11 and more when we're back in just 60 seconds.
At Cabinet Discounters, we truly love what we do. Transforming kitchens, bathrooms, basements, any room. Creating new ways to help you achieve your vision. And all within your budget. Plus, we've got big news. We're excited to announce our new location in Frankfort at the Banks Plaza Shopping Center. Plus, you'll get the same great quality and great price. Get inspired at our new showroom in the Banks Plaza Shopping Center in Frankfort. Learn more at CabinetDiscounters.com.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
Attention everyone, Delaware Tech is open for enrollment.
Hey man, I'm right here. Not necessary.
My bad. You could be well on your way to a satisfying career as a nurse, an educator, or even a histotechnician.
And all of this is tuition free thanks to the SEED Scholarship Program. So you can spend your hard-earned money elsewhere. The only thing left to do is enroll today.
Right now, you're looking at the names of those lost on September 11th, 2001. Their names are in the formation of an American flag. Remembering Patriots Day is hosted annually right before 9/11. Coast TV News reporter Zakiya Jennings shows us what that fateful day was like for one pilot.
Take a look at the picture of a young 17-year-old boy serving in Korea. This is him now. Walter Koopman served in Korea from 1951 to 1952. He now hosts events sharing the experiences of countless veterans and those lost on 9/11.
We need to keep this history going, okay? Because that's what it is. It's all history.
The event and the displays here were interactive. They had books for people to look at. All you had to do was put on some white gloves and take a look at history. The book included a page about Flight 77, which was hijacked and crashed into the Pentagon. Thomas Lombardo was a captain at American Airlines and best friends with Charles Burlingame, the pilot of Flight 77.
Over 15 years. We just hit it off right from the beginning.
He served as a vital part in laying Captain Burlingame to rest.
And so I actually became the liaison between American Airlines and the family because I was close to the family, which was heartbreaking and both a privilege and heartbreaking. And that was the day.
Thanks to Walter Koopman and Cheer, those impacted by one of the worst tragedies in this country's history can continue to honor their loved ones. In Georgetown, I'm Zakiya Jennings, Coast TV News.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Attention Delmarva homeowners. HomeSmart started with 50, then 30. Now we've reached the final days, looking for 20 homes to participate in our bath makeover event and receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. We want to showcase our Kohler Lux Stone showers in real bathrooms, including Kohler's proprietary crushed stone walls that won't harbor bacteria or soap scum. You'll get promotional pricing just to determine if our exquisite product lines are the right fit for your bathroom project. Final days. 20 homeowners will save. Receive 50% off installation of a new Kohler Luxstone shower. Plus, call during this program for no payments until 2025. Senior and military discounts. Call Home Smart now with zip code and location to qualify. Call 1-800-616-8289. That's 1-800-616-8289.
There's no issue where politicians, Republicans and Democrats, have failed more than immigration. A crisis at the southern border, drugs flooding our communities. We need leaders who reject toxic politics and get stuff done. Larry Hogan knows how to get results. In the Senate, Hogan will be the key independent swing vote to secure our border and fix the broken immigration system. He's a proven leader. Larry Hogan for Maryland.
I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
We're clearing out inventory with big store-wide discounts. Get to Johnny Janosic now and get up to 70% off store-wide. Plus, you'll pay no interest for up to 5 years with no down payment and no minimum purchase. Get this 4-piece sectional for less than $32 a month. Or this 5-piece dining set, less than $27 a month. Shop our huge selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses, ready to go. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic World of Furniture and Mattresses.
A legacy is earned, built on years of trust and reliability. To build the best vehicles with the best value. Right now, get a Tundra with low 1.99% APR.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
With the Delaware primary still ongoing right now, we're going to focus on the last couple of hours of weather for voting before we get to our main weather segment. For example, in Bay Health, we're looking for sunshine in 75, 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. The polls will close at 8 o'clock. We're going to have clear weather and the winds are not going to be blustery. This morning, we dipped down to 53 degrees in Georgetown, 51 in Salisbury. Now, when you match that against the numbers, that's 10 degrees below the norm for this time of the year, but fortunately, nowhere near this record low, which was set in 1949. We are currently looking A-OK, and the sky is clear as a bell as we speak. Not even cloud cover throughout the Delmarva Peninsula. And the big reason why is because of the dominance of high pressure in and around our immediate area. And when you have high pressure so firmly entrenched, that typically means a sunny day and relatively warm weather. We're in the 70s along the coast, 74 Indian River Inlet and in Rehoboth Beach, but warmer as you go farther inland, 84 in Redden right now. That's our hot spot. And we're about 3 to 5 to up to 6, 7 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. For those that need to go out there and walk the dog for the rest of the evening, we're going to stay from 75 when the sun goes down, 70, a few scattered clouds briefly. Then we clear back out as temperatures sink back into the 60s. For Wednesday morning, we start off in the 70s. Wednesday afternoon, we're back into the 80s and 70s. Thursday, pretty similar, but just a tad, just a touch warmer than that. And we'll scooch, I've always wanted to use that word in the weather forecast, we'll scooch on back up to 77 degrees by the afternoon with a few more wispy clouds in place. Quick look at your beach forecast for the next 3 days. Sunshine on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, a few more clouds roll in. Ocean City, same situation for us, and we're looking forward to warm up nicely to the upper 70s in Lewis. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast.
From Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy and Broadway to benefiting students right here along the coast, 13 music teachers from the Cape Henlopen School District are fine-tuning their performances for an upcoming staff recital. The purpose of the concert, performed by the music teachers, is to raise money to support student musicians. Teachers tell us this is something they have wanted to do for a while.
There's a lot of classical music that the students might not usually hear during the school day. So a lot of us are professionally trained musicians, most of us are. There's instrumentalists, vocalists, and we all really love to perform. So this is like the idea behind it. It's important to practice what you preach, so kind of want to show what we can do.
The performance is free, though donations will be collected at the door. The concert will be held Thursday at 7 in the Cape Henlopen High School Auditorium.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
What's going on, sports fans? A rematch of the Henlopen Conference Championship is upon us, and it was a thriller to say the least. Not only that, but history was made in the game that was decided by penalty kicks.
First PK, and it goes. And he's able to net it in the left corner. An opportunity, and it goes through quickly against Glasgow. And it goes to the left corner as well. The shot stopped. Norton able to stop it. Payoff for Sussex Academy, and it does. Comes down to Rodney Escobar Gonzalez. Can he do it? And it's stopped by Norton, and that will do it. The junior goalkeeper stepping up in true fashion. And for the first time in program history, Sussex Academy comes out victorious.
Tune into the game right now on the Delmarva Sports Network. That over sports. Have a great night, everybody.
As I get older, I was getting a little off balance. Got recommendations for baths by Bicep Brothers. I love my shower. It's perfect for me. My favorite part was probably how quick and easy it was. They came in the morning and they were done by afternoon. I definitely wanted the grab bars. They also put the seat in, which was very nice. The wand is good, especially if you're sitting. So much safer to get in and out of now. It seems like my showers are quicker that way. So it's perfect.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
Sometimes it takes a different approach to see the possibilities all around you.
Thanks. Thank you for coming together.
With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, take courses on your own terms and apply the skills you learn right away. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love, totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
Join us for the Kickoff to Savings sales event going on right now at Preston Ford. Get $12,000 in savings off MSRP on select 2023 Ford F-150s. Save $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2023 Ford Bronco Badlands. These are just some of the deals. Explore a huge inventory online at PrestonFord.com. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot, we're sure to have the perfect vehicle for you. Preston Ford, located at the corner of Routes 318 and 331. Remember, cars cost less in Preston.
Celebrate the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 24th to the 27th. Embrace fall by enjoying a seaside tractor ride, chilling around a beach bonfire, navigating a corn maze, or participating in a pet and bicycle event. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy the free family fun all day. For more information, visit ococean.com/sunfest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Today is Delaware's primary, a race that has received what feels like an unprecedented amount of attention, mudslinging, and bitterness at all levels. Join us tonight as we have live coverage of the race for governor. The two front runners, Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall-Long and Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer, neck and neck as Democratic nominees. Plus, the three-way battle for retiring former Speaker of the House Pete Schwarzkopf's seat. Could a former state auditor convicted of a crime come out on top? Polls close at 8. We have full results all night on CoastTVNews.com, on our app, and join us here at 11. Coast TV has full coverage of tonight's presidential debate. That begins at 8 p.m. The debate is scheduled to start at 9, so join us after that for those full Delaware primary results.
Let's take a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. Look for all kinds of sunshine for Wednesday, and then after that we'll see increasing cloud cover, but that'll actually push our temps down to the upper 70s for 2 days in a row. Looking for the weekend to stay pretty clear as we ease our way back into the lower 80s. And then as we go into next week, we might be concerned with a few scattered showers. In fact, it's going to be the opposite of this week. Next week is going to be really cloudy, so enjoy the sunshine while we have access to it. Maddie?
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The NBC Nightly News is up next, and we'll see you later tonight for primary results on Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.